Good morning, happy Friday. It is July 5th, and I just woke up getting ready to start game number 3. Um, Last night was the 4th of July. We're playing a 1295 Mayansa. Alright, so this is our first game with the black pieces here, and we're going to get a move. Are we going to get a move on move 1? This might just be an aborted game. But yeah, last night was the 4th of July. Stayed up really late watching fireworks. Went to a park to watch fireworks. The fireworks actually lasted a lot longer than I expected. Actually over 30 minutes. So that was pretty decent, and didn't uh, didn't go to bed for a while actually. Didn't get much sleep last night at all, and now I just woke up and I'm super tired. So I have a good excuse if I lose this game. Well, maybe not this game, but like this is going to be an aborted game. No, it's not. All right. So we do have a move. So now it's my turn to abort the game if I want to, but I'm not going to do that. Let's play this French defense. E6 on board. Okay, so we got plenty of time to work with. Um, Yeah, it's super early on Friday, July 5th. And what is this? Alright, I'm not sure if I've ever seen this move before. E5 on move 2. Alright, so let's just, I guess, continue with E5, D5 and C5 like normal. Yeah, I've never seen this before. I'm just gonna take. Alright, so it's just the French defense advanced variation, but like in a different move order. Oh boy, I am so tired. But, it's Friday morning. Like I said, I'm gonna do these on Fridays, and I'm not going to skip a Friday just because of the 4th of July last night. So, alright, typical French defense. Knight 2, C6. Okay, 1295. I think this is the lowest rated player I've played so far. Bishop B5. Alright, so if he takes my knight, I get the bishop pair. Queen B6 looks pretty good. This is all standard stuff in the French defense. So like, don't be surprised if I yawn a couple times throughout this. All right, so A4. Bishop D7 looks good, but also A6. Knight to E7 looks pretty good. Yeah. So, sorry if I'm kind of sluggish. Like I said, just woke up. Alright, so bishop d7 or a6 is what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna go with bishop d7. Probably rook c8, knight e7. Something along the lines of that. This is the third chess game on my YouTube channel. Haven't lost a game yet. And if I lose this one, I really wouldn't be surprised actually. So, taking with the bishop here. So I guess I might as well just like this bishop is restricted to defending this pawn. I don't want to see this a5 move attacking my queen. I think simply this looks good. I want to just take the pawn. Let's go with this move actually. Looking to play knight to f5. So maybe I should, you know, talk about the first time I learned how to play chess. Heck, might as well. I mean, I got nothing to lose. So, if I remember right, all right, he just took my pawn. Actually, no, knight e7 was a bad move because now I'm allowing him to win a tempo. But although it does mean his center is broken up, so I'm taking with the queen here. So yeah, when I first learned how to play chess, I was about 6 years old, and there was this chessboard, and this chessboard wasn't just chess. It was like checkers, chess, and backgammon. If you know what backgammon is, I'm not really sure what backgammon is. It's a board game. I know that, but like it was kind of confusing to me back then and now. But like it was like 3 games in one: checkers, chess, and backgammon. And I was asking my mom. Well, my mom and I were playing checkers, and I wanted to know what chess was, and she was telling me like that chess was similar to checkers, but like instead of jumping over pieces like in checkers, you knock pieces off the board. So I'm sure you'd know how confusing that might be and how strange that might sound. All right, so it looks like there's only one good square for the queen, and that's this move. Yeah, knight e7 wasn't good, blocking the bishop's path to defend that. Yeah, he's just gaining. He's going to develop. He's going to play b5 probably, or not. So now, well, at least I have 2 pawns in the center, and he only has 1. All right, knight f5. So, um, my mom was actually the one who taught me how to play chess when I was 6. Like, she knew the rules of the game, but like, other than that, she didn't really know that much at all. So, she told me that my dad actually knew more about chess, and like the strategy behind it and stuff. But I mean, this was all like very. I was only 6, so like this was all like, um, it didn't really make that much sense to me. But it was my dad who actually uh, taught me more things about chess, and I actually played my dad. I think that same day when I first learned, and I played him in that first game, and he beat me, and I cried. I cried like a baby when he beat me. Um, it was actually pretty funny. All right, so I can get the bishop pair by taking this. Actually, I already have a bishop pair, but I can get 2 bishops versus 2 knights. I don't know if I want it though. I could play. I'm trying to think. I could take the bishop, but is there anything better? The bishop really isn't going anywhere. I could just play a developing move like bishop e7, castles. I think that's what I'm going to do. Bishop c5 would be a terrible move. Yeah, I think just bishop e7 looks fine. And you know what? We'll just take the bishop. Screw it. Alright. Rook takes should be the next move. No way he takes with the f pawn. Alright, now I think I just want to play queen back to b6. Or rook c8. Again, I don't want to play bishop c5. That allows b5 forking my queen and bishop. I don't want to see that. So I think queen to b6 looks alright. He might play b5. Okay, so 10 minutes to work with. So when my dad first beat me in chess, I cried. I was so upset. Like I really, really expected to beat him first time playing for real. Like, what was funny because back when I first started playing when I was 6, when my dad, you know, like taught me how to really play and stuff, the bishops and rooks were switched. As crazy as that sounds, like we played, the bishops moved straight and the rooks moved diagonally, like this. So I don't know why we were playing like that. My dad must have really not remembered how to play very well because in like the opening, there would be sometimes we would play something like uh sorry, my alarm's going off. Got to turn that off. Yeah, like we could play something like this in the opening, and if this is played on move 1, like let's go back. Like on move 1, if this is played and then this is played, rook takes rook would be a constant thing that would happen in the game. And it was like, it was pretty funny. And we didn't know about castling back then. Like, we didn't castle not queenside or kingside. There was just no castling. We didn't know about castling. So yeah, my dad had played like many years before, but like we weren't that familiar um, with it at all. Like he really wasn't that familiar with exactly how the game went, I could say basically. But yeah, let's make a move here before, we get too low on time. And a5, the moves I'm looking at here, a5. If bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, I'm not gaining anything out of that sacrifice. I think just rook c8. Rook c8 looks good. I can always drop my queen back to c7. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much how I started playing chess. I think I actually cried twice. I think my dad actually beat me twice really early on when I first started playing, and I cried like twice. But I don't think it took me too long to get over that. I mean, I was 6, so I mean, what are you gonna do? Oh, and I think there was also a time where I didn't know about knights could jump pieces. Like there was uh there was like way back then, next door to us, there were like a couple of these teenage girls that would like come babysit me once in a while, and I taught them how to play, and I pretty much taught them wrong because I didn't know for sure whether knights could jump pieces or not, so I just told them that they can't. So I basically taught them that knights can't jump pieces. They have to have a completely free, like this would be a legal move because of knight can go like this and then this way, like this, and that would be completely legal. But that's wrong. I mean, knights obviously can jump pieces, so I just kind of felt bad about teaching them wrong about it years later. Hey, maybe they've somewhat figured out by now that knights actually can jump pieces and all. Alright, so what to do here? This is a little bit of a weak spot for white. I like f6, but not really. Hmm. I think my queen is a little bit misplaced. What to do, what to do. I'm thinking about just... I like this move, actually. Yeah, I like this move. I think the bishop would be better on this diagonal. I think it's a pretty nice diagonal for this bishop. I should probably start moving a little bit faster here. I mean, yeah, if I talk and play chess at the same time, then, I might tend to blunder. I got two bishops versus two knights. It should be an advantage for me, but only if the game opens up. I'd like to put my bishop here and put pressure on this pawn. Maybe bring the queen back to c7 to also help put pressure on the pawn. Bishop h6 looks good too. It's another candidate move. Attacking the rook. Alright, so now he's a little bit in the, what's it called? The think tank here. Ooh. Alright. Actually, I wouldn't mind him capturing my bishop because then I would probably recapture with the pawn. I like the idea of playing, oh, actually no, capturing with the rook looks good. Alright, bishop g7. Oh, this is a bad piece, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing him take my bishop. I'd be welcome to that. I'm not even sure if I want a castle. Maybe king e7. I mean, we might enter an endgame not too long from now. Alright, so... how to defend this pawn? If I play queen c7... well, actually, he's already defending it twice. This pawn looks really well defended, actually. I think castles... here's a good plan. I think castles, rook c7, doubling up on the c-file. Something like that. It's hard to figure out how to get at this pawn. I think just castles. Looks pretty good. Bishop h6 again. I can throw a punch at the rook whenever I want. It says if I lose this game, I'll lose 21 rating points. It's kind of a lot compared to only gaining 8 if I win. I mean, it makes sense because he's almost 200 rating points lower than me. But yeah, it is what it is, and I'll lose 7 if I draw. Sheesh. It looks like he's playing it pretty well so far. The last video from last week was 44 minutes long, which I expected it to be a little longer actually, but it's looking like this video might be longer than that one. Quite possibly. A5. So A5 opens up a... If a queen A6 is definitely a blunder. It allows B5. Well, no, I can just take the bishop, and after knight takes, queen takes. Where do I want my queen, though? If I play queen A5, I mean queen A6, then I could put my queen here eventually. I think I'd rather see my queen on this file, though. He might play B5 now, though. Maybe queen A6 was better. If B5, I think just drop the bishop back to D7. Alright. Seems okay. I can see a draw happening if I played this and he played rook to D3, and then I played my bishop back here defending this pawn, attacking this pawn. He plays his rook back, and then repeat the position. So let's see how white's going to play this. I mean, I was thinking B6, but maybe I should play B6 instead, actually. If bishop H6, B6, I'm thinking of playing B6 myself. This pawn could be a target one day. I don't want to see him play B6. I could offer a queen exchange. Let's go ahead and take with the pawn, if he takes. Queen C4 is another good move I thought about after I played B6. If queen takes, rook takes, then I can double on the C file, and I think I'm better. Actually, is a weak spot on C3. So he's still got 9 minutes to work with here. We might be killing some time here. I think it's best for white to take the pawn. If he plays A6, alright, he takes the pawn. This will be a good game to, you know, talk about another have another topic in mind to talk about. So yeah, I wish I ooh, actually he just dropped the C3 pawn. Yeah, I wish I had something else. I wish I wasn't so tired. I wish I had something else in mind to talk about because this will be a good video to do it. I mean, seems like it's going to be another longer video, but I think queen takes. There's no need to play bishop h6 now, but I think queen takes on c3 is good. I think that just drops a pawn. There's no rook c1 because of just queen takes. Looking for anything he could do if I play queen takes c3. If queen takes c3, rook a7. I think it's still okay. I don't know about this. He might be getting pretty active with his rook after the queens are exchanged. All right, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm still awaiting that first loss. It's bound to happen eventually. Hopefully not as early as episode 3 or game number 3. But it might happen. All right, the queens are off the board. We're entering an endgame. I'm expecting to see rook a7, rook e to a2, rook e to a2. So this is still kind of a bad piece. I'd like to get the rooks off the board, if that would be possible. All right. I don't mind him playing rook a6 because I can just play rook b8. I can always drop the bishop back. If rook a7, I'd take with the... Here, let's just play it. If rook a7, I take with the bishop. If rook a6, rook b8. So I'm threatening this pawn. I'm probably going to double up on the c file. He still has a back rank issue. If that could pose a problem for him if he doesn't play something like h3 eventually. I could have also played something like rook d3 or rook c4, attacking this knight, threatening bishop takes pawn, knight takes, rook takes knight. Alright, so rook c8, threatening checkmate, h6, h3, I'm sorry. So, alright, I'm thinking f6. f6. I like this diagonal, but it's still kind of closed. This bishop isn't really doing anything on g7 right now. I like f6. I don't know though, that pawn on e6 could get pretty weak. I could get one of the rooks off. I wouldn't mind doing that actually. Rook c1? That looks pretty good for me. I want to exchange pieces. I'm up a pawn. Plus I have the bishop pair. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. Alright. Still slightly under 3 minutes to go. And now, how about this move? Rook c4. Yeah, rook c4, threatening bishop takes on e5. Yeah, this video is definitely going to be another long one. I think it's already been going for about 40 minutes. I might actually go right back to bed after the game is over, depending on how tired I am. I wonder which chess site is more popular. Chess.com, the one I'm playing on, or Lichess? Lichess. I know Lichess is Lichess. Very popular chess site. I think it might be more popular than chess.com now. And I can definitely see why. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so now he's getting pretty low on the time. Under 7 minutes now. I wonder if he recognizes the threat. Yeah, I like having the one of the rooks off. If he has 2 rooks on the board, then I don't know if my b6 pawn is really safe. Okay, so this is check. Bishop takes comes with check. I can play rook takes, knight takes, bishop takes check, g3. I can play rook takes, knight takes, bishop takes check, g3, bishop takes, and I'm 2 bishops versus the rook. I don't know if I have the time on my clock to really like put together a win out of that. Hold on a second. If bishop takes check, knight takes, rook takes, this bishop is hanging. I don't know, man. This bishop is hanging at the end. We don't really have that much time to work with. Let's go for it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a very risky decision. All right, we got to play this really precise. I'm getting both knights. And I'm going to have a strong bishop on c5. All right. Strong bishop on c5 coming up. I'm gonna need to get my king very active. I have not much time to work with. I mean, I was running low on time. I mean, I guess this is the right decision. I'm not sure though. I have a nice pawn on d5, a passed pawn on d5. This should be a winning position if I have the time to convert it. Bishop pair for the rook. Seems pretty good if you're a good chess player. Am I a good chess player? Let's find out. Alright, so he's taking some time. I'm going to have to move quite faster now. Alright, I think this pawn is hanging. I should probably grab that before it's too late. He can't defend it. Yeah, he couldn't even defend this pawn. So is there any point in... Well, I guess he could have attacked my bishop. Alright. Alright, this looks pretty good. Rook a8 check. I have to play king g7. That seems okay. I think I can deal with that. It's an only move. Alright, so how about this move? I'm looking at playing d4. d4, threat is bishop c6 check. Bishop c6 check is the threat. If he doesn't see it, I'm winning easily. No way he doesn't see it. Alright, rook d8. I can play this move. d3. Banking a little bit of time on my clock. He disconnected and reconnected there for a split second. What's he gonna do? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Isn't bishop c6 checkmate? Let's play this move. King f6. King f6, I'm threatening mate in 1. I believe I'm threatening mate in 1. All of a sudden, bishop c6 is checkmate. He better do something about it. Does he recognize the threat? This game just got really interesting real fast. I'm glad I get... Ooh, alright, here we go. This doesn't look really good for him because I'm attacking the rook now. How do you defend against this threat? Because now after king... that's not good. That's not good. Bishop c6 check. We might have a resigner. That's just completely winning on the spot regardless of whether or not I checkmate. Yeah, if king e5, bishop d6 check, he has the d4 square. So it's not checkmate. But I am winning the rook for free. Oh man, okay, so my opponent has just disconnected and will the game will auto resign in 2 minutes. So apparently he's one of those people who disconnect when they're, well, I mean, he could have just had an internet problem and causes him to disconnect, but you know, it's just kind of you can usually tell when someone just like ends up in a losing position, immediately disconnects, you know, because you know, because of frustration. But like in chess, it's kind of, it's just not very sportsmanship like, you know. It's basically a sign of not being a good sport when you disconnect, when you suddenly enter a losing position and then you disconnect. It's just, instead of resigning, you just let your time run out. It's not sportsmanship like at all. But you know, it happens once in a while when playing chess on the internet, or when really doing anything on the internet. You're going to come across people who are just not very sportsmanship like. But yeah, looking at this, king e5 is an only move here. And I thought, is there any way I can checkmate? I don't think so. Because bishop d6 just, if king e5, bishop d6, it just leads to king d4. So there's no checkmate. But yeah, just winning the rook outright is good enough. Don't even have to defend the pawn. Alright, so his time is out now. Alright, good game. My answer. One player was winning, but then blundered it away, it says. Alright, so 3 games in the books, 3 W's. Two of them had to enter an endgame. So let's go and analyze this. When did it say? When does it think my blunder was? Because it says I had one mistake and one blunder. It's calling it a throwaway. One player was winning, but then blundered it away. Alright, so let's just quickly go through this. This video's already been long enough, so it's telling me d6 was best here, but whatever. Alright, so far so good. I thought that move was pretty good. So I played this pretty well. It does think a5 was good. So it's saying black is a little bit better. I mean, white's a little bit better, I'm sorry. It's still pretty even, though. No one with a really big advantage. No big blunders yet. No big mistakes by either side. Now it's telling me I'm a lot better. f6 is best. It's saying this is an inaccuracy. f6 is best. Yeah, I can see it. And computer wants white to play rook a7 there. And yeah, I thought rook a7 looked pretty good for white. I didn't like this rook b2 move. Just defending the pawn. And talking about white, though. It's saying this wasn't good. f6 is best again. I liked getting one of the rooks off, though. I didn't see anything wrong with that. It keeps wanting me to play f6, but I was kind of worried about the pawn on e6 being weak after a move like rook a7, but I guess rook a7 isn't really a threat. Well, it is now. Rook takes d4 is a blunder. Wow. Really? I'm shocked, actually. I can't believe it. Rook takes d4 is a blunder. Rook c5 is best. So after rook takes c4, knight take... Wow. White had... Wow, white had rook a8 check. I missed that one. White had a win there. Because I had to block with bishop f8 and then recapture the rook. Alright. Fair. Yeah, that's a big time blunder. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, that's not good. I got lucky he didn't see rook a8 check. So after that move, yeah. Yeah, it's telling me I'm winning by far. I mean, I was kind of worried about, being low on clock, how I'd be able to convert the two bishops versus the rook, but it really wasn't hard at all. I mean, it's definitely telling me that I'm winning easily by far here. Not even an issue. So yeah, the two bishops are much stronger than the rook, especially when you blunder your rook when I played bishop c6. Yeah. It's telling me f4 was best. f5 was best. So what's the best move for black here? I mean, white. Rook takes d3. It's the best move. And if that's the best move for white here, that's pretty resignable. Yeah. It just drops the rook. So if the game had continued, would have seen king e5. Then, well, it was an only move. King takes, oh, actually, king takes on d3. Bishop takes a8. Absolutely no hope for white. Alright, so that's pretty much, oh, I can actually press the forward. I didn't even know I could press the forward arrow and it would continue the game if both players played the best moves. That's kind of neat. I didn't know you could do that, so this is how the game would have played out if both players had played the best moves. Alright, it won't let me go past this point though. Alright, so that's pretty much the game. Kinda squeezed it out. I mean, I dodged a big blunder with rook takes on d4 back here, but that was the blunder of the game, and he missed the winning move, which was rook a8. But other than that, I thought I played pretty well. Alright, well that's going to do it. Before I ramble on too long, I'm just going to end the video. I will see you next Friday.